Hello, driver. My name is David, and I'm the space supervisor and looking for drivers. So that is why I believe you watching this video to see what we do, how we do, and what we operate. And maybe we will be the great fit for you, and you may be a great fit for us. So let's see what we do, how we do, and what we operate. But first of all, we work as expedited carrier. So that means we always in rush looking for a good loads and just go anywhere. We operate all 48 states and we're looking for punctual, motivated, hardworking, reliable, ready to grow, respectful and professional driver. That is very important. We grow from 2 trucks to 20 trucks in 1 year, and we're looking for really good drivers. And if you think you may be one of the drivers, just keep watching, sir. I explain everything from the very beginning to have you on a right spot and on a one page with me before you fill your application. So we have no idea what's gonna be the next location. We just explorers, just go anywhere. We work with all 48 states, just go anywhere where they pay money. And you can cross the whole country, in 1 or 2 weeks. That is why we're looking for drivers who can stay in the road at least for 3-4 weeks and 1 week home. That is our regular schedule. Sometimes you may be sitting without the load for a long time waiting for a load because, as I said, we work as expedited carrier, and we're looking for loads. And once we get it, you just run for pickup. Sometimes you may be pre-booked for 1 or 2 even days, but sometimes you will be sitting till 4-6 p.m. waiting for a load. And once we got it, you have 2 minutes to keep rolling and just roll as soon as possible to get the load loaded and roll for delivery. That is our specialization because we're critical and we work in most cases with last minute deliveries for customers. And on-time deliveries are critical for tomorrow delivery. So you have to be hardworking, really hardworking. Honestly, I had really different experience working with the drivers. I hired over 50 different drivers to our company before, and I'm looking for only reliable and hardworking people. If you feel that you may be this person, keep watching, sir. So what requirements we have? So first of all, be able to drive 900,000 miles in 1 day if needed. Sometimes maybe more, sometimes maybe less. I mean, in 1 day we may get the load for, 200-300, but sometimes I may get a load for 900 miles or 1,000 miles, or maybe the load for 1,500 miles for 2 days transit or something like that. So we explorers, as I said, and we're looking for drivers who can drive and work hard. Over the road only. We do not work with the local or regional deliveries. That is very important. So when you fill an application, make sure that you're willing to work as over the road driver. Stay in the road for 3-4 weeks and 1 week home if needed. Honestly, most of our drivers drive more. Stay in the road, enjoy their job, and keep working even more than we require. But always you have 1 week home. If you want, that's fine. Just let us know in advance in 1 or 2 weeks. Hey guys, I'm just willing to go home to do my stuff and whatever you need. Right, that's no problem. The truck goes with you. For instance, you live somewhere in Fort Worth, Texas, for instance. And yeah, of course, the truck goes with you and you have your week home doing your stuff, but make sure that the truck is safe. That is very important to make the truck safe during your home time. Be able to change the wheel on the road if blown or flat. That is very important. Honestly, we don't have time for roadside assistance and everything. We just need to be quick. So that is very important, and that is required. That is required to be able to change the wheel on the road. Very important. I will tell you a story. I had a direct delivery, and it's the load is supposed to get a delivery for 8 a.m. and driver got like 500 miles, not so much. But at the middle of the night, the tire blown, and you know what? The driver couldn't change it. I did not ask this question. I was young and I did not ask this question first. So yeah, me and the driver spent a great night looking for roadside assistance because this guy couldn't change it. So I want to protect you, I want to protect me, and I want to protect our customers we work with. So that is why it's really, really, really important. It happens maybe 1 a year, but if it happens, you have to be ready to make work with this. And you have to have Zelle, right? Sometimes if we need to send you money somewhere, I don't know, you work with a fuel card, but if something happens with a fuel card, or you went somewhere where I don't know, like different things may happen. Maybe the fuel card doesn't work, or we need to do some assistance on the road or something. So that is why we need to be able to send you money quick. So you have to have Zelle. That is very important. We do not work with a Cash App, Venmo, or something. Zelle is the only option we work with the drivers. So we pay with direct deposit, we send the ACH wire transfers, but if we need to do something extremely quick, yeah, we use that for this. What do we operate? So we operate with, for brokers, I named these baby box trucks, different things. I would say it's a box truck, but for, sometimes you may hear how it names, like a small baby Conestoga 14-footer or curtain side box truck. So there are no ELD, no inspections, no CDL. So you can drive on regular driver license, but you need to have experience. And you need to have experience with the box trucks, would be a really, really, really big plus. And make sure that it's a curtain side box truck. So that means we open the sides to get it loaded. In most cases, we get it loaded from a sides. Sometimes we may get loaded from a dock, because we also can open the rear side. But that is very important to be able to get loaded from a side. So in most cases, I would say 80% loads we haul in. So yeah, we work with the sides. So just make sure you're okay with that. It's not quite hard. It's like 2 minutes to remove the side. But, for some drivers, it may be a big deal. Oh, yeah, I told too much, but, I do have this presentation here. So 90% loads, we get it loaded from the side, as I said. I'm looking for drivers to build a long-term relationship between us, honestly, for years. So that is why I want to be straight and truthful from the very beginning. That is why I'm telling all this stuff. Maybe something is not super important from the very beginning, but I want to make sure that you a great fit for us, and we are the great fit for you. So it's gonna be a really hard job, honestly, but we are here. We're here to help you. We're here to help deliver the load and help with everything here. So open the side, raise the roof, and tarp to get loaded from the top if needed. So you have to be in a great shape. We work with it. That's actually the Dodge Ram Master. We work only with this kind of equipment. So that means we do have the sleeper, and I just took some pictures here, just to understand, just to provide the pictures for you, to have some kind of understanding before you go to our yard to pick the truck and start working. So yeah, it looks like from the inside it's pretty comfy, warm, in the winter, and pretty cold if needed, and in the summer. Yeah, and the truck looks like this, from different sides. They're pretty comfy sleeper, so there's no need to rent any apartments or hotels or anything. So you probably live in the truck and it's pretty comfy. As I said, I spoke with different drivers. I heard different stories, but the sleeper is good, really good. What we haul? We haul really, really different stuff. Every time it's very different. And you remember when I said it's not quite a box truck. It's I would say like a small kind of Conestoga truck. So that means we haul really, really different stuff. Sometimes pallets, crates, vehicles, coils, industrial equipment, some stuff on wheels, generators. So that is why I always say this. That is why it's very important to get everything secured as cool as possible. We use straps, we use chains, we use binders. So we have to be ready to work with all this equipment. The safety first. And when you get loaded, you send in us paperwork pictures and the load pictures. So that means you have to secure the load in a correct condition, or we will not get you leave the facility. So that is very important. Be ready to get everything secured. Really, really, really cool. That is very important. I am worrying about your safety. I'm worrying about our company, and I'm worrying also about people on the road. So please always follow the rules, and always follow the rules on secured loads. Yeah, so you may see really, really different loads. Every day is gonna be absolutely different. As I said from the very beginning, what is cool, and as I said, we're explorers, that is very cool, that every day you will see different load, and every day you go to different location. How cool it, right? Your paycheck may look like this, what you see on a screen. So the average the drivers make on the mileage, 3,500 miles. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but that's the average. I'm just telling you what's going on and what kind of money you can expect from our side from the very beginning. And where every week is different. So we always doing everything to keep our drivers busy and to get you loaded as early as possible, but not always it's possible for us. So that is why I'm telling you that you have to be ready. So on average, our drivers do 3,500 miles weekly, and we're doing everything to make as much money for you as possible. How do we pay? So we pay per mileage. We pay 40 cents per loaded mile, 20 cents per empty mile. So 40 cents per loaded mile from when you got the loaded and run for delivery, and empty miles when you just stop somewhere on the parking and just went for the pickup. Payout schedule, it's very important. Just take a look. That is very, very, very important. Weekly payouts are issued on Fridays for the previous work week. Our payment schedule from Monday till Sunday, and all delivered loads pays on next Friday. For instance, you started working this week on Monday. All delivered loads until Sunday, pays next week, next Friday. So just make sure you understand before we start working with you. On an average, the drivers make around $1,500 weekly, depend on the market conditions. So you can see here, like, what our drivers do. Like, for instance, here, like 1,026 in general. Here, driver made 2,768 loaded miles, so $1,190 for empty miles. Here, like 1,150. Here, 1125. So that is something you can expect from our side, and it's pretty good money. We hire on 1099 for you we work with the drivers as an independent contractors. So 1099 form, and they're very important rules. So that is, I would say that is maybe the most important part here of this presentation. The driver is responsible for reporting truck damage at the pickup or delivery location to inform the owner as soon as possible. Otherwise, this damage repair may be deducted from the driver's compensation. That is very important. Always. If anything happened on the road or anything happened on the shipper receiver, report my guys really quick. We do have the communication, we do have the after hours, we do have everything here to make your life easier and predictable. So we always ask you to follow our rules, and if you care about our company, the company cares about you always. The drivers are responsible for the truck damages during the transit if it was caused by the driver or not third party. And the driver is liable for a covering of deductible insurance policy on the amount of $2,500 in case of damages. That is very important. In case of any damages, and if we use our insurance, yeah, we have to cover that expense. So $2,100 deductible in the case of any damages the driver caused during the transportation or at the pickup, or happened when you was at home but used our the truck to get home or something. That is very important. So make sure you will be safe on the road. That is why we always saying that safety first and just to follow rules. Top 5 rules that every driver has to follow. First of all, the driver must adhere to pick up and deliver times per agreed schedule. That means that when the dispatcher books you a load, it talk with the customers, it talk with the brokers, and they do some schedule here. So if we send you some time to get the load, you have to be there on time. And if it's kind of hard load or something, so yeah, we always call you and tell, hey sir, will you be able to get this load delivered on time? If you say yes, okay, cool, so we're booking this load. If not, okay, we will try to reschedule or will not take this load. So but following our rules and following the on-time pickup and deliveries is critical. And any delays or deviations must be reported immediately. And failure to communicate delays may result in penalties. Yeah, that's pretty easy. The driver is liable for a covered deductible insurance policy at the amount $2,500 in case of damages. That is what we already spoke with you, right? Zero tolerance to drugs and alcohol. Zero tolerance. We constantly conduct the drug test and can call you for the random test at any time. If it happens that we find out that you did drugs when you work for our company, or did alcohol, or was under influence, or anything what may be narcotics or something, zero tolerance. We report DOT, we report the police. We'll take you out of the truck and we will not work with you anymore. And also we report everywhere where it's possible. If you ever had these problems or you still have these problems, I believe our company is not great fit for you, sir. Drivers are required to maintain the recommended speed or 60-64 miles per hour for safety, fuel efficiency, and compliance. Under Norse, sometimes, if you have the speed limit 70, that is fine, but we do not allow you to drive more than 70 because it may be not safe. So as I said, safety first, and safety is very important for you, for the load, for truck, for another people on the road, and in general for the whole industry. So that is very important. Make sure you follow that rules. I said follow rules so many times, but that is very important. And I already told it, but I do have these rules, not for nothing. All rules paid with the blood. That is why we have these rules. All loads have to be secured properly, no exceptions. If our team asks you to add extra strap or chains, that's non-negotiable. You have to add extra chain, extra strap. We do have a lot of experience. We have more than 6 years of experience working with our equipment. So that is why we know how to secure the load, what to do with the load, and always easier to get extra strap or chain than deal with damages, broken trucks, or broken products. Always extra 3 minutes, save lives. Properly secure the load is your safety, as I said, as the safety people around you. Probably that's it. For now, that's it what I wanted to tell you. We do have the application. Just go to description, just check the link, just fill an application, and hopefully we will be the great fit for you, and you will be great fit for us. So looking forward to working with you, sir, and see you at the yard. Bye bye.